Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
This is Josh Scar from Talking Smack. You're listening to Karen and Ann on Sugar Coated Murders.
Sugar?
Hopefully they're not talking about you.
We're back. We're back at it. We're back.
Back in black. I was trying to think of a good back song, but no.
We're just back at it.
Back at it.
Yes, we're here, and we are happy to be back on mic.
Finally, my
gosh,
glory.
it's been forever.
We haven't done a recording since November.
It's been crazy. So.
And you can tell because it took us a half an hour to figure out the microphone situation.
And we're not sure if we even figured it out yet.
We don't know.
We won't
find
know.
out.
We won't
I've had
know for a
2 sips of my bourbon drink, and already I'm feeling a little swimmy.
Well, I will let you know that I have not had any dinner.
Oh, this should be fun.
Because I know what you're cooking and I'm saving room.
That's a good plan, Stan.
Oh. But in the meantime, this might go right to my head. Actually, for me, it goes right to my mouth.
Yeah, well, and we like that.
I hear some people say that they like it.
We need more for the dictionary.
My gosh, that dictionary's getting fat.
I mean...
So, a lot has happened since we recorded.
Oh my gosh. Did you know that on Black Friday, we dropped a book?
We freaking did.
We didn't just pick up somebody else's book and dropped it. We wrote our own book and dropped it to society.
I know. We birthed our baby and gave it away.
Exactly.
To the whole world.
The whole world. They got it. They got it.
But it's just been amazing. The response that we've gotten is phenomenal.
You know, I hear feedback from people. I get text messages. We get emails. We get messages on Facebook. We've gotten a couple of handwritten letters.
Yes.
And I just read them, and it feels like they're talking about somebody else.
I go on Amazon, and I read our reviews, and I'm like, who are they talking about?
Right. Right. Yeah, it's amazing. It's been a really great experience.
We're so grateful for everybody that has bought this book.
Yes, and it just is a true testament that we really do know the English language.
Occasionally, when pressed.
Enough to write a book.
Yes, when pressed. We definitely know a little bit about the English language, the written word anyway.
So we'll tell you at the end of the podcast all the details on how to buy the book. If you haven't gotten it, what are you waiting for?
Yeah,
what's the matter with you? Get out there.
All the cool kids are doing it.
For real.
If you have bought the book and you've read it and you haven't yet dropped us a rating on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Goodreads or all three,
yeah,
please do so.
Just do it.
You don't have to write any words if you don't feel like
just
you want to say things.
How hard is it to throw out stars?
Just throw some stars our way. But it really does help with visibility. The algorithm.
You did good with visibility.
Visibility, but then algorithm. It's giving me a hard time.
Yeah,
it is. So
whatever.
Al Gore.
She said it the one time.
Algorithm. That's how I have to remember it.
Ithm. It's an ithm.
It's an algorithm.
Whatever it is, just give us some damn stars, would you?
Yeah. So we have other housekeeping.
Oh, what is our housekeeping?
We have 2 shout-outs that we promised that we would give.
Oh, yes. Yes,
to our friend Danny.
Danny Buckets.
Danny Buckets in the UK. Not University of Kentucky.
Hello, Danny Buckets.
Hello, Governor.
Turn your jumper on. We're going to give you shout-outs now.
Oh, my God. Danny Buckets had a light-up Christmas jumper.
We call them sweaters because that's what they are, but for whatever reason, they call them jumpers.
We call them sweaters because they make you sweat. I guess there it makes you jump.
You jumping. Jumping. I need to jump. I'm so excited about my jumper.
I'm jumping up and down from my jumper. Anyway, he asked us to get out.
Oh, no. I've gotten tea on my jumper.
Oh, my God, I didn't know what was happening. Oh, no.
A spot of tea has gotten on my jumper.
I say, my dear, you got a spot of tea on your jumper.
It's right on my jumper. Oh, no.
Heavens to
Betsy. Who are we shouting out to? His fiance?
His fiance. Where's my fiance? I don't know. Have you seen my fiance? Whatever. Her name is Renata. And
oh, wait. Renata.
Not Renata.
No,
not
I'm
Renata.
saying it in a British accent.
Renata.
Renata. Renata. I don't think that's right.
Renata.
Oh, we're going to have to get Danny Buckets to pronounce her.
Oh, no, that's not it. That's not the right letters.
so opposite of what.
Anyway, Danny Bucket's fiance.
Yes.
We're giving her a shout out.
Shout out.
Yes.
To Renata.
Evidently, she likes us.
I don't understand.
I don't either. She probably hasn't really listened.
Right.
Anyway.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
Renata.
Don't.
Oh, wait. And then there's Tina.
Yes,
Yes,
his sister
also
Tina.
his sister.
So I guess
Who's Lou's mom.
Lou's mom.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Tina, for having Lou. We adore him.
Oh, yes. Adore.
We adore him.
Yes.
I got that word right.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're giving a shout out to both of them because evidently there was some kind of a dinner at Lou's mom's house.
Were they eating figgy pudding?
And whilst dining, our names came up.
Oh.
And supposedly in a positive way.
Oh, my good Lord.
I know. Who knew? So we're just saying, hey, y'all, thanks.
Hey, thanks, guys.
And we want to come see y'all and stay with Mom. So just get yourselves prepared because we's coming.
I thought we were staying with Dan's mom. Are we staying with Lou's
Oh,
mom?
no.
Yeah, we're staying with Danny Bucket's mom.
We're staying with Dan's mom. Dan and Tina's mom.
Yes.
Dan and Tina's mom.
Yeah, we got it. We know who they are. We got the
we know
family
who they
tree.
are. We don't know if they know who
They
they
have
are.
no idea. They're like, who are these twits talking about us over in the United States?
In the old United of States.
Yes. All right. Is there another shout out?
There's not another shout out, but there's some housekeeping.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about the format, how we're changing the format a little bit.
We decided to do things a little different. But
Just
it's no
a
big
little
deal.
bit different. It's not a big deal. You won't even notice.
No big deal.
So going forward for at least a little while, it's a trial. So it's not a trial like we're guilty. It's a trial like we're going to try this.
We're going to try this out.
So we're going to start doing a baked good and a murder.
And that's it.
And that's it.
So one of us
and there's
will talk
going to
about
be banter
murder.
and chatter and shenanigans.
One
of
of us will talk about murder. One of us do the
will
baking.
bake.
So the episodes will come in a little shorter.
It'll be a little bit shorter,
But
but
it'll
we're
free
hoping
up some time.
that we'll get them out on a more regular basis because of it.
And we're going to write another book.
And because
So
we're starting to write our book, and we're still marketing this book because it's new for a year.
Yeah.
So we have things to do, and we just want to make sure we get good quality content to put out to our listeners.
We don't want to be all...
We don't want to be low value. We want to be high
value.
Yeah, we want to be high value.
High dollar.
High dollar make you holler.
Anyway, that's it.
That bourbon.
All right, so you're going to talk about murder, but let me talk to you about what I'm making. And I have everything all organized just so.
I mean, she's almost OCD right now.
I am. I really am. It's kind of sad. Okay, so I'm making chicken pot pie. And I don't think I've made this before, but to be quite honest with you, I didn't check.
You know what? Here's the thing. If you've made it before, just everybody pretend that we didn't make
this before.
We've never made this before.
I don't remember. I don't know. If
I you don't remember, they don't remember. Seriously.
Yeah, this is a great recipe. It's not online. It could be online. I don't think it's online because my recipe is handwritten and I got it from a lady that I used to go to church with way back when.
Yeah.
So, but it's super easy and it makes 2 pies.
And it's our go-to. This is our go-to family pot pie.
A go-to. It is a go-to.
It's a go-to.
And it's very easy because you just use a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
And Pillsbury makes an excellent pie crust.
Why compete?
I don't like to compete. Yeah.
Pillsbury.
You
not
got
yet
it.
a sponsor, but we're willing to talk.
Exactly. You got this. You got this,
You
Pillsbury.
got this, Pillsbury.
So you take your rotisserie chicken and you pick it, and you cut up a couple of carrots, a couple of stalks of celery, an onion.
Are you dicing, slicing, julienning? What are you doing?
I personally like mine to be chopped.
Okay.
Kind of a little small, but not teeny tiny.
Okay.
I don't like big chunks of it, but you can just slice your stuff and stick it in there. It's all about your taste.
It really is. And I prefer a small chop.
And then just to give you a heads up on this, it does require 2 fully baked potatoes.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be getting all your stuff ready and be like, damn it. This lady told me I needed potatoes.
And also you need 2 packs of crawdust.
Crawdust, yes. If you don't get 2 packs of crawdust, you're going to
cry.
Because this pot pie, like most, has a top and a bottom.
Yeah. So usually when you get the pie crust, it's in a pack of 2.
Yes.
So you need to get 2 packs of 2.
2 packs of 2, making 4 total.
But 2 pies.
2 pies. That's right.
Pies.
Anyway, you're going to want to have 2 fully cooked potatoes. Because those are going to go in here. There's going to be some salt and pepper, some basil, some parsley, some garlic. And then You can put peas in it if you want. I know
I'd
you
really
don't
appreciate
like
it if
peas,
you would stop putting peas
but
in
the
it.
peas are really, really good.
And my daughter loves the peas.
Yeah.
So they end up in there. Like, I don't even get a vote.
No, you don't. You really don't. Mm-hmm. And then I do 2 cans of cream and mushroom soup, but some people I've heard do cream of chicken and cream of mushroom, whatever you want.
But that's the nice thing. It's like a freedom call.
Whatever you want.
You can do cream of celery if that's your thing.
That would be weird, but you can.
You can. I'm just saying.
I won't judge
what drives
you. Well, I might judge you. Ooh,
I won't eat it.
You're going to mix it all together, and it's going to get all nice and warm and bubbly.
Bubbly.
And then
Michael Bublé.
You're going to slice the 2 potatoes and line the bottom of each of your pie crust with the potatoes. Now, you don't have to do like a pre-bake on your pie crust.
That's nice.
You just raw pie crust, baked potato on top.
Yeah.
Sliced, skinned. I would skin it. Skinned and sliced. Some people
and like baking potatoes. Don't get no red potatoes. Don't get red taters.
No, because then it's not
Don't
get a
fingerling.
Don't get a fingerling. Oh my God. Please do not get a fingerling for this.
No. And don't get a sweet tater. That's not where this belongs.
I mean, I guess you could figure that out, but I personally wouldn't because it'd just be like mush. Can you even? No, I don't know. So no, do whatever you want. I'm going to take all this chopped vegetable stuff, but not the peas, and I'm going to cook it until it's soft because you don't want to bite into a hard carrot when you're eating your pot pie, right? And then you're going to top your pie crust potato situation. You're going to split it into the 2 pies, and then you put your crust on top of it, and then you jam them in the oven, and it only has to cook for 30 minutes at 425. So this should go relatively quick. Once I start, you're going to start your thing. We're going to bang, bang, bang. And then in a little while, we'll have some pot pie to sober up.
I am, because look I'm halfway done with the drink.
Yeah. So. All right, so what do you got?
I just want to let people know what we're drinking.
Oh, yeah.
This is very refreshing. This is our new thing.
I did a Simply Apple juice and bourbon. And over crushed ice, and it's delightful.
And the bourbon that we're using is Blade and Bow. Not yet a sponsor, but we're willing to talk.
Exactly.
Yes.
We just discovered today that Blade and Bow has a key club. Hello.
And don't think that's not our 2023 goal now.
Yeah,
is to be in the key club.
Exactly.
Like, we are on this.
We have to get our engraved gold cup.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
We'll be looking for the keys.
Yeah, if anybody wants to give us a key, just
challenge accepted.
Okay, I have a murder to talk about.
Well, let's talk about it while I put my stuff together.
Please do. Please shit together. Sorry.
I'm Dan.
I'm Lou, and together we are Casting Views.
An uncle and nephew chatting on random topics, some heavy, some fun, but we aim to amuse.
Don't miss out, don't delay. Subscribe to Casting Views today.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and Good Pods.
Okay, here we go. Woosah.
Woosah. Woosah. Go.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about Angelica Hadsell. Mm-hmm. She went by AJ. Mm. She was born in August of 96 in Chesapeake, Virginia. Her father, Faja, is Mel Langer, and her mother is Jennifer Wright. Mm. And she has 3 sisters and a brother. She really didn't have a relationship with her bio dad, Mel, because soon after her birth, her parents split up. Aww. So, and then her mom just kind of had to make a life. So she did. Now, around the age of like 1.5 or so, her mom got into a relationship with Zach Hoffer.
Hoffer?
Yes. And he took on the role of AJ's dad at that point.
Hoffer.
Yes. She actually took his last name. She used his last name.
Right.
Unfortunately, their marriage only lasted 7 years, but Hoffer continued his fatherly role for 6 years after the divorce. So,
well, that's nice.
It's very nice. So, she used his last name in school until the age of 16 when her mom married Wesley Hadsell.
Hadsell.
And then AJ took on his last name. So some articles list him as a stepfather. Some say he's the adopted father. I don't know that he legally adopted her, but somehow she put his name on her birth certificate. And I know they're not just willy-nilly with that now.
Yeah, no.
So there had to have been some kind of a legal something
right.
that went on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she graduated from Norview High School in 2014, and then she headed off to Longwood College.
Nice. Longwood is lovely.
It's lovely.
It's lovely.
So it's now Longwood University.
Yeah, because it's boys and girls.
It's
used
boys
to
and
just be girls.
Yeah. So at Longwood, she played softball and field hockey in their intramural sports.
Oh, intramural.
I think I said it right.
Fancy.
I don't know. In their club sports.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a double major in technology and computer programming. So she was a smart girl.
She was smarty pants.
Yes. And in March, the beginning of March of 2015, she goes home to her mom and Wesley's house in Norfolk, Virginia for spring break. Her mom actually came and got her. I don't think that AJ had a car. So her mom came and got her and took her back. And March 2nd, she's at home, and her mom, Jennifer, left around 8 o'clock in the morning to take the children, the girls. She had some half-sisters.
Right.
To take them to school and then had to work for the day. Whilst at work, Jennifer got a call from her husband, Wesley. She had recently kicked him out of the house because he had developed a little bit of an illegal drug habit.
Oh,
she was
Wesley.
not having it. I don't blame her. So she said, you got to go live elsewhere. Elsewhere.
You got to go.
So he called her at work to let her know that he was going to take his personal truck back to the house to park it in the driveway and pick up his work van. He was staying in a nearby hotel. Oh. And I guess he didn't like to keep his work van at the hotel parking lot, which I understand. That would be a little bit of a risk. Especially,
I guess so, but I'm just saying.
Especially over the weekend when he's not supposed to be driving
I'm just saying, if you kicked him out, I'd say that's your problem, buddy, not mine.
I understand, but I think she's just trying to kick him out, but still recognize the fact that they have a child together, and they do have. He's got stepchildren.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
You know, and she's just trying to
a good-hearted woman.
She's a good-hearted woman in love with I was going to say two-timing man, but a drug-timing man.
A drug-timing man.
So anyway, Jennifer says, leave your truck there, but put your keys in the mailbox in case AJ needs to go somewhere during the day.
Right.
She on spring break. She might want to go to Dairy Queen.
Yes.
You know, you're on spring break. You got to go to Dairy Queen, get you a blizzard. Yes. That afternoon, when Jennifer and her daughters returned home, there was no AJ.
Oh, no.
But her wallet and coat were there, as well as the truck.
Oh, no.
So there were some random pieces of clothing of AJ's that were missing, and there was a half-folded pile of laundry.
Oh, no.
So AJ had been doing some chores for her mama.
Well, that's so nice.
I know. And there was a note left on the counter, and the note, kind of weird, read, I need some time with everything going on. It's a lot to deal with.
Oh.
And Jennifer and her daughters were very perplexed because they didn't know what that meant. They didn't know that there was anything going on. So they were kind of... they were like, what is she dealing with? And what and they also said it just didn't sound like her.
Yeah.
Like it just was off. You know, you can tell when somebody writes you a note. You read it and you hear their voice and you're like, that's not what she's saying.
Right.
So immediately Jennifer thought there's a problem. And she reported AJ missing to the police. But there were very few clothes. It was bound to happen. I'll take another sip.
Have another swallow of your bourbon, and let's see if we can figure what you're saying.
I think what they said was there are few clues and leads to go on. So Jennifer reached out to her ex-husband, Zach Holler. Remember him?
I remember Zach.
Yeah. To see if AJ had been in touch with him through social media. And he said no, he had not heard from her. They actually had kind of a rift in their relationship. Oh. And so
it's hard, I think, when you've got new step-parents and old step-parents to juggle
and then
everything.
You're a teenager and then you're going to college.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So I'm not judging I'm not judging that relationship whatsoever. But anyway, when Zach learns that she's missing, he springs into action. He starts printing and distributing flyers. He goes to the police to say, interview me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He told them that he and AJ had not been in touch since Wesley had adopted her. But he offered to help search for her. He offered for them to search his home, search my car. I'll give you my DNA, whatever you need me to do. Let's clear me so that I can help you with this investigation because we need to find her.
Yeah.
So he even offered to take a polygraph.
Wow.
So police were able to clear him through verification of his alibi of where he had been.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. So he's the real deal. He really wants to help. I love it.
And then Zach reaches out to Wesley because he and Wesley knew each other. They had a very short business relationship. They had started a business, like a handyman type business, and it kind of fizzled. So they just kind of parted ways, but there was no animosity between them.
Right.
And at that point, his marriage was breaking up. And then after they were divorced, Jennifer started seeing, I don't think it was immediate. Like, I don't think Wesley broke up their marriage. So there was,
we don't need to get in their business.
Yeah. Well, I don't need to be in their business. But anyway, Zach felt like he could reach out and talk to Wesley about what's going on.
Yeah.
And so, since Wesley was the last person at the house that day, because he was dropping off his truck.
Yeah. It would make sense that he was.
They're assuming that he was the last one at least around the house before she disappears. So they're trying to figure out from him, like, what did you see? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So they're starting to interview him. And he says, I never went into the house that morning. And he had not seen or heard from AJ at all since the night before when she got home.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So the problem is Wesley's story kept shifting. Like, he would tell them some things and then they would keep talking and then they would kind of try to go over a scenario to get more details. And then it would change.
Well, that's not good.
It's not good. It's not a good thing.
Oh, Wesley.
No, Wesley, keep your story straight.
Come on.
So then the police thought, we need to take a closer look at Wesley.
Yeah.
Which I think is very tragic that they even have to talk about that. So also, while they're playing footsie with Wesley.
Right.
They are also actively pursuing leads and interviewing AJ's inner circle. Like, they're not just laser focused on him and there's nothing else going on.
Right, yeah.
And also, as Jennifer gets any kind of rumors from anybody or talks to her friends, she's passing on anything she finds out to the police.
Yeah, and I'm sure Zach is out there looking in there everywhere.
This is a problem. Well, let's just hope for the best.
Oh no, your drink has dripped on your nose.
And it's I'm gonna have to make I'm gonna make just a little bit up. It's fine. I'll just go with it. It's fine. Hello. Houston, we have a problem.
That's why you use the regular ink and not the felt.
It wasn't felt. I didn't have a quill. I had a quill and an inkwell, scratching it out to a lantern. That's not what I had.
Are you sure?
I don't even know what I used. I think I might have had a gel pen.
Oh yeah, that.
But still, it's a lot. It's a right much water. It's a right much.
Is your drink sweating?
It is. It's sweating because we live in the Low Country and everything's sweating.
Everything.
Okay, so the police go to Wesley's hotel room because he's living in a hotel room, and they said, we want to come in and look around. Can we come in and look around?
Yeah.
And he was like, sure, come in and look around. And they found a bunch of ammunition, which, I mean, whatever. I got ammunition. People got ammunition.
You got ammunition. And there's ammunition everywhere. I bet I could get ammunition in like 2 seconds.
Maybe. So anyway.
I got some in my drawer right behind you, girl. It'd take me 2 seconds. Okay. I got ammo.
You act like you can move that fast. It's going to take you 5 seconds.
I'm just going to hold a magnet up and it's going to come.
Okay.
Attached to the magnet.
Okay, that you can do. Anyway, the reason that this is not a good thing for Wesley is because he's a felon.
Oh.
And he ain't supposed to have no nitions.
Oh. So you can't even have ammunition? Oh, no.
So he had actually served time for bank robbery, burglary, and breaking and entering. He had a little bit of a past.
He's a burglar?
He's a burglar.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Oh, Wesley.
Not a burger, a burglar.
Burglar. He's the hamburglar.
He's the hamburglar. Except I don't think you don't get felony for hamburgling.
Oh, right.
I feel like he did more
it was a bad
extensive
burglar.
burglaring.
Burglar. He bad.
So they take him to jail. And they get a search warrant, an official search warrant.
Oh, yeah, you're going to tear that place apart.
Yeah, they're going to tear it up.
Sorry,
Sorry, hotel management, but we're getting ready to tear this bitch
tearing it up, because where there's ammunition, there's likely a weapon.
There could be. So they go in, and the first thing they find is some heroin.
They got drugs?
He got some drugs.
Come on, Wesley.
It was stuffed up in the crack of a ceiling.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. They also find Dayquil? Dayquil. They find he had a cold.
I don't think it's okay to have
it. Was
Dayquil.
duct tape.
Duct tape.
It was duct
tape.
Yes. And some of his work gloves. Which is suspicious because he keeps his work van at the house.
Right.
Not at the... So you wouldn't expect that.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't expect it. At least the cops said they'd inspect it. So while he's in jail, they continue to talk to him and interview him. Mm-hmm. At one point, he tells them that they need to look at AJ's ex-boyfriend, Corey, and claims that they had a physically abusive relationship.
Oh.
Okay. It is also discovered at some point, and I got confused in the story because I was reading a lot of things at once, and so I got confused. And plus, there's a lot of ink right here bleeding, so I'm going to have to make something up.
Yeah.
Anyway, at some point, he got caught or admitted to breaking into Corey's house.
Oh.
And planting a coat of AJ's. Where he got this coat, I'm a little confused about because he wasn't living at the house. So where are you getting the coat?
Exactly.
And he planted it in Corey's couch. So because he felt like then the police would go in and search Corey. If he said, go look at Corey, and they would go in there and search his house, they would find the coat and they'd be like, aha, Corey did it.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
No.
You dumb felon. Sorry. He a dumb felon.
Dumb felon.
He also admitted to punching their dog.
What?
Yeah, this guy's a real scumbag. He's a scumbag. He needs to get the death penalty.
Punch the dog?
Punch the AJ's family dog.
What?
It's horrible. I can't take that
Where
stuff.
do you get these terrible murders?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I cannot.
I can't.
Is the dog okay?
Yes, the dog has survived.
God's sake.
I'm sure that he's getting therapy.
Lord have mercy.
So they also get a search warrant for his phone and his work van.
I'm still upset about the dog.
Me too. I think that's why I got confused in some places because I was fretting about that dog situation.
Yeah.
So, and of course, when they put in the search warrant for his phone, they had already put in a search warrant for AJ's phone because her phone was missing.
Right.
So they got to figure out where did she ping off last and blah, 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 and yada, 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 where'd she be?
Right.
So they go and they search his work van and they find a pink scrunchie, a hair scrunchie.
Oh, no.
Belonging to AJ that her sisters were able to identify as being hers. That was in the back of his truck. And also there was a picture of AJ in his truck. Well, that's kind of weird because he didn't have a picture of his flesh and blood daughters.
That is kind of creepy.
He just had a picture of AJ. She's the only, so there are a total of 4, and AJ 5. There's a total of 5 children in this story.
Right.
He had a picture of AJ.
And she's not his flesh and blood.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah, that's creepy.
So they go and they go and interview some of his coworkers. And his coworkers said that he had been acting strange and there was a particular day that came to mind that he was acting strange. And on that day, he had taken a sudden lunch break.
Ooh, a sudden break.
Saying that he had to go and meet his daughter and give her gas money.
Oh.
Well, AJ is the only daughter that drove.
Has the right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So that narrows it down. And then instead of taking a 30-minute to an hour lunch like they regularly did, he was gone for 2 hours. And when he got back, he was so out of sorts about some family drama that he said was happening, that his boss actually told him to go home the rest of the day, sort out his family business, and come back tomorrow.
Oh, Lord.
Right. So that day that all of that happened also happened to be the same day that AJ disappeared.
Oh, no.
So, Wesley, you don't look too good.
Wesley.
And then Jennifer found out that Wesley had tried to rent a truck in someone else's name around the same time that AJ went missing. And it didn't make any sense to her because he has a truck.
Right.
Like, why you got to rent a truck when you got a truck? And why was he trying to use somebody else's name?
Yeah, that's weird.
So things are not adding up for Wesley except for one thing.
He's bad.
He's a dumb felon.
He's a dumb felon.
Yes. So then they get the cell phone records for AJ and for Wesley.
Let's see where the heck everybody is.
Let's just see what's happening. So on the day in question, their phones actually traveled together for some time.
Oh, Wesley.
And at some point, hers turns off.
Ugh.
And his continues. And he kind of continues in this very rural area. And they're wondering, why are you in this rural area?
Yeah.
Okay.
We know.
Okay. So also, they find out that there's a GPS in his work van. Of course, because they probably need to keep up with where the hell their work van is. They got to keep up with the dumb felons. They got to. So they actually pull some coordinates off of his GPS the day of AJ's disappearance. Mm-hmm. And they go and follow these coordinates. They go and retrace where the hell Wesley was that day, especially during this 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know? And then the day before and the day after, I mean, they kind of bookend.
Oh, yeah.
They don't just look at this.
We're going to see everywhere you've been.
We're going to see every time you stopped at the Shell station for some naps.
That's right.
You dumb felon. So it leads them to an abandoned house off of Smith's Ferry Road in none other than Franklin, Virginia.
Oh, Malanta. We just can't get away from murder in that town. We just cannot.
We need to see if there's like a magnetic pull under the
Yes, girl. It is just...
It's bizarre.
Oh, my golly.
I know. So they follow it. They go over to this abandoned house and they start searching the property. And unfortunately, 5 weeks after her disappearance, AJ Hadsell's lifeless remains were found on that property.
Oh, no.
They were next to a shed behind the house on the muddy edge of a creek. She was face down with a piece of plywood pulled over her.
For heaven's sake.
Yeah. It's not pretty.
No.
So then, of course, they have to send her body off for an autopsy to see what was her cause of death.
Right.
Because they're trying to figure it out. So as they waited for the medical examiner's autopsy, unfortunately, her mom and her family and her friends have to plan her funeral. So eventually the medical examiner comes back and reported that AJ had 3 times the lethal amount of heroin in her body.
What?
Yes. And they list her cause of death as homicidal, violence, and acute heroin poisoning.
That ridiculous dumb felon.
Yeah, because they found heroin.
Oh my God.
And they couldn't find track marks on her, like old needle marks or anything. And they actually pulled a piece of her hair to do the toxicology.
Right.
And she had never had drugs in her, like illegal drugs in her system before then.
Right. Oh my gosh.
So they also could not rule out asphyxiation by strangling.
Right.
But her body was not in good condition because it was in a muddy creek.
Right.
So they formally charge her stepfather, the man whose name she chose to take. She chose to take his name. Like, this pisses me off. Because she chose him.
I know.
Like, he should be honored.
Right.
He's not honored.
He's not.
He's a dumb effing felon.
He's bad. He's
I have
very
so
bad.
many more words, but I know Mama's listening, so I cannot.
Oh, gosh.
But there's so many words right now.
I've got a lot, too.
So they charge him with 1st and 2nd degree murder because he had snuffed out her light before she ever got a chance to have a freaking life. Because he's an asshole.
Did he get charged with anything else?
Like tampering with a body, and then there were the drugs.
How about cruelty to animals?
They never charged him for
Damn
any.
it.
So they originally charged him for all that stuff when he was at Corey's house, and then they they dropped the charges, and I don't know why. But I think they had him dead to rights on the heroin situation.
Yeah, I know.
And
More
the
important
ammunition
charges.
situation. So I don't know.
It.
I don't understand.
Okay, it's good. The most important thing is justice for AJ.
You're exactly right. So in January of 2022, he finally goes to trial. But there's a mistrial.
Oh, no. January 20. Oh, wow.
That was recently.
Yeah.
Pretty recently.
Yeah.
So there's a mistrial, and the reason is because he had agreed to let the defense agree on his behalf for the prosecution to use some of his criminal past in the trial.
Oh.
And they get into the trial, and they start on the first day opening statements, and he reneges on his agreement.
I don't think you should have any rights at that point.
I don't either. So the prosecution actually called for the mistrial because they said, we don't have time to restructure. Like, we don't have time to go pull all this crap out. We're starting trial. So the judge was like, fine, it's a mistrial, but Mr. Wesley, you dumb felon, are going to sit in jail.
Good.
Yeah, I was so afraid that he was going to let him out. So then finally in May of 2022, they get it together again, and then they start the second trial. One of the first people to take the stand in court was AJ's mom, Jennifer. And she talked about who AJ was and, what a good girl she was. And she never gave anybody any problems. And she certainly wasn't a drug addict or any of that stuff. And then she also testified about AJ's relationship with Wesley, that she didn't feel like that there was ever, she didn't feel like he had ever molested her or anything like that.
Right.
But she was alarmed at his behavior once she figured out he was using drugs.
Right.
Which is why she said, you got to go. So another person that got on the stand was her little sister.
Aww.
Yeah, which is just, it really tugs at your heart. She talked about how she knew her sister so well because they had shared a room together when AJ was in high school. And then when AJ would come back from college, she would also, they would share rooms. So, sisters that share rooms, there's a bond there. They talk and they tell each other, their secrets and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, sometimes, but I share a room with you.
We didn't share a room much. We didn't share one much.
We did.
Not for long.
We did.
Not for years and years.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We started out sharing a room, bunk beds on Robin Hood Road, and we moved to Sunset, and we shared a room there as well.
I was just thinking about Sunset. I wasn't thinking about Robin Hood Road.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Robin Hood Road is where I tried to kill you. I tried to block that out because I tried to kill you several times. And I got to tell you, you're pretty resilient.
Yes, I am.
I mean, and for a little tyke, you were really resilient. You just would not die. My God, I tried.
Thank goodness I didn't, because what would you be doing with your life right now?
Well, I wouldn't be podcasting, and I wouldn't have a book.
Exactly.
So, yay for me. Sometimes failure is a success.
Yes, thank you.
Anyway, so this whole thing played out. Oh, her college roommate also came and testified as well.
Good.
Yeah, so everybody testified on AJ's behalf. And this whole gut-wrenching trial happened in Cortland, Virginia at the Southampton County Courthouse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the Commonwealth's attorney was Eric Cook, who prosecuted the case. And with his help, justice was served.
Very good.
But I will tell you, interestingly enough, former governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam, actually testified at her trial.
Governor Northam?
I don't know what the statistics are, but, what are the statistics on ex-governors going and testifying at a murder trial?
Now, in what capacity did he testify?
Well, he was a doctor. He is a doctor, or was a doctor, or maybe he's retired now. Maybe he's back in practice. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was a neurologist that treated AJ from 2013 to 2015 because she had migraines.
Ah, gotcha.
And Wesley's defense tried to say that the migraine medicine that she was on caused her to kill herself. And so he said, well, she committed suicide, and then her friends must have taken her body out to this abandoned place in Franklin where they've probably never even heard of.
Right.
And put her body there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So, it's bad enough that you killed her. Don't disparage her character, too.
Exactly.
And don't drag her friends into this either.
Don't do it.
You stupid idiot.
Dumb felon.
So it actually only took the jury 40 whole minutes to convict this asshole of first-degree murder and concealing a body and drug charges and blah, blah, blah. And really and truly, just he was convicted of being a dumb felon.
There you go.
There were many holes in his story. His phone records did not show that AJ ever called him for gas that day or ever called him for anything that day. You know, he said he had to go meet her for gas.
Yeah. Oh, here goes it's time for me to take out my Potpies.
Okay, you go take it out. I'm going to keep going because I'm almost done. They smell delicious. Absolutely freaking delightful.
Damn right they do.
So anyway, in the gas station video where he supposedly met her, they pulled the video up of the day in question, the day before in question, the day after question, the day after question.
Pulled all of it.
They just pulled it. And I got to tell you, AJ or Wesley, freaking whatever his name is, neither one of them had even been to that gas station the whole time.
Oh, so he lied about the gas station.
The whole thing was just he just made it all up.
Of course.
And he had probably already killed her, and it took, I think they speculated that he had her body for 2 days before he went and dumped her at this site in Franklin.
What?
Yeah.
For heaven's sake.
And they also said that they feel like it was a sexually motivated situation, that he probably, for whatever reason,
became infatuated with her.
Because his brain was saturated with drugs.
I don't care what his brain is saturated with.
And her friends had actually said that while AJ was looking forward to spring break, she was nervous because she told them there was a person, she didn't say who, that had been texting her and wanted her to hang out with them while she was on spring break, and she really did not want to be around this person.
Oh.
So there's speculation that could have been
right
Hadsell, but they never really went anywhere with it. I don't know that they looked at the phone records to see if he texted her back and forth or whatever. I don't know. It's just, that's what some of the friends said. Anyway, so he got life plus 5 years for concealment of a body plus 10 years for possessing drugs in prison. Because whilst in prison, before he even went to trial, he was selling drugs to another prisoner.
Oh my God.
Because he's stupid.
Really?
You just could not be dumber.
Oh my God.
Wesley Hadsell is a dumb idiot. That's we all need bumper stickers.
Yes.
So I tried to figure out, once again, what does life mean in Virginia?
What? Oh, right. I was like, wait a minute. You want to talk about life in Virginia? I don't understand.
And I think after 1995, life started to mean 50 years.
Right.
I'm not sure, but with the way that they structure it, it really is 25 years.
Right.
But I'm hoping because of his prior convictions, he probably got longer than that, and he probably won't be up for parole for a while because there's a 3-strike rule, and I'm hoping they just throw the key away.
Yeah.
Not the blade and bow key.
No,
don't throw that key away.
Don't do that.
So anyway, do you want to know where he is?
I do.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
He's in Richmond at the headquarters of the Virginia Department of Corrections.
Okay.
And in case anybody wants to know his offender ID, I'm going to give it to you.
What would we do with that?
Well, I don't know. Let's just all put a bumper sticker on our car that says offender 1034362 is a dumb felon.
There you go.
That's all I'm asking. And a dog puncher.
A dog punching dumb felon.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what he is. So,
my gosh.
I'm just going to say, sweet AJ didn't deserve, of course she didn't deserve any of this.
Of course not.
Nothing. Nor does her mom hold any culpability for this.
No.
Because you marry who you think you're in love with.
Of course.
But little did she know that this idiot was like...
You don't know what's hiding behind the mask of sanity.
The mask of sanity. Yeah.
And you just don't
I don't
know.
I think... I really think the heroin made him just lose his freaking mind.
It doesn't even matter to me. He could be a normal guy, but what kind of person takes the life of another human being?
And especially your stepdaughter who took your freaking name.
Exactly.
Because she wants you to be her dad.
Right.
Not her lover,
right.
You idiot.
Oh,
you
my
sick
God.
ticket.
Sick
ticket. Feed me.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to say.
Caught up.
I'm just stressed out. I need some comfort food.
There's
Thank
that.
You. Oh my
it's
gosh,
very, very,
so,
very, very hot.
I'm going to blow, so everybody be
right.
quiet.
While you're blowing, so inappropriate.
Sorry, it's hot and I need it in my mouth.
Oh my God, so inappropriate.
Only to you dirty bird.
You're a dirty bird.
I always called you a dirty bird.
Well, that was oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go.
We're back, guys. We're back.
Let's see. Okay, well, we have social media.
Oh my God,
Still
this is
have
so
it.
good. Just be quiet for a minute.
Nobody wants to hear
Angels
quiet.
are singing because this is so good.
Isn't it the best pie crust, though? I mean, I'm telling you, Pillsbury does it right.
I have a little tear.
And I think that the potatoes at the bottom help so you don't get a soggy bottom.
I think so too, but I am picking out the peas.
Whatever. There's
the carrots are small enough that I don't have to pick those out, and I appreciate it.
There is not even a full cup of peas between two pies.
Guess what?
So,
that's a full cup too many.
Whatever. Whatever.
But, I mean, I can pick those out, and the carrots normally I would pick out. They're small enough that
maybe this
bother
recipe
me.
Isn't for you.
It is for me. I like it because you make it.
Oh, ain't that sweet?
It's so sweet.
Oh my Lord!
I'm so glad I didn't kill you.
You and Mama both.
Yeah, well, you should be glad too.
I'm so glad.
All right, Trout better be glad too. You're welcome.
Don't talk to him.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I forgot to.
Golly.
I looked at him. It's all
right.
over.
Let's talk about social media.
We're
still
still
have email. We're still
it's
us.
The same email, and we still really crave attention.
Yes, murder.sugarcoated@gmail.com. And guess what, guys? We got ourselves a real fancy website.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
It's sugarcoatedpod.com.
Yes, please go on it and just look around.
It's got links to the podcast,
to the
book, everything you need. You can a link to our email, a link to our merch.
I mean, just
whatever.
Do it. Do it up.
Yeah. Check it out.
Just check it out.
What else do we
have? Social media. We have social media. We have Facebook.
We got that Facebook page.
We are up to over 470. Am I lying?
I think you are. Because I'm holding my breath like, wait, what is she going to say right now?
No, we're up to 470 followers on our regular page.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I don't know about our fan page. I don't know the numbers.
Okay.
Maybe you could check that out for us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh. We do have 475 followers on the regular page.
Yes.
Now I'm going to see what I can figure out with the fan page.
The fan page.
Oh, we have 209 members.
Oh, so close.
209. I don't remember how many we had before.
I mean, there could have been some that dropped off.
They come and go. It's okay. It's okay.
But we have some that are tried and true. They're always there. Mm-hmm. They're always liking our stuff. They're always commenting on our stuff in a very nice and positive way, which we really appreciate.
Yeah,
and they're encouraging, and we appreciate that.
We do.
And then we have Instagram.
We do.
We are on the Insta.
Yep.
And that is, I think that's called a handle.
What's our handle?
It's like a CB radio, right?
Oh, or a handle of lick, right? That's what you call a big thing of booze, right? It's a handle.
That's what I like better.
Yeah.
Our big bottle of booze is at Sugar Coated Murder.
There you go.
But on the twit, because we're twits.
Yes.
You can tweet us at Sugar Murder.
Sugar Murder.
Sugar Murder, because that day I just didn't have it in me to type all the stuff.
No.
So I was like, we're going Sugar Murder.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So come follow us on all the social media.
Yes.
Email us. Let us know what your life is like right now.
Yeah,
Send us a recipe.
Send us a murder case. Send us a murder case.
Send us, this book that we released is the beginning of a series.
It is.
And the series is called Say My Name.
Yes.
And we are going to concentrate on giving
Trout is all excited about
giving Trout a trizodone or a tranquilizer, and
Trout has had a trizodone.
Oh Lord,
he's had a trizodone. It just doesn't take.
No.
He's tried the ganja. He's tried the trizodone. He's tried peanut butter. He's tried all kinds of treats.
Yeah,
there is nothing
exhausted.
to appease this dog.
This is so exhausting. So if you all have a studio where we can come and record and cook in, let us know. Also. This is the Say My Name series. It's a kickoff to the series, but our focus is giving a voice to victims who lost their voice through their own murder. And we're not talking about like the big, huge multimedia coverages. No. We're talking about the murders that people forgot to talk about, and they forgot to talk about who the victim is.
Right.
And for whatever reason, like AJ Hadsell.
Right, and it's not easy because most of the information that's out there, like we've said plenty of times before, is about the murderer.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to be able to find the victim in the murderer's story, and that's not always easy to do because if we don't have the information, we just don't have the information.
And so if you know of a case that we should cover in a book, let us know, because we'll do our research. We'll do the due diligence, and we'll get that victim's name out there, because one thing this book that we have out there right now, it's called Click, 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 in case you didn't know, is people are talking about Raymond Trent Whitley.
Yes, they are.
They're saying Trent's name, and that makes our hearts full. Right. That's the whole point of it. Yes, is to get his name out there and stop talking about the murderers and start talking about the victim who lost his life at such a young age.
That's right.
And he didn't deserve it. He didn't do anything to even put himself knowingly in the way of these two murderers.
Right. So but read about it. It's a great book.
It's a great book.
Read about it.
Rate it.
Rate it. Send us a message.
And if you want to help our podcast, rate our podcast. You can rate every episode.
Oh, my Lord.
Every episode you can rate. It just helps us get visibility. You don't even have to write any words. Just give us some stars. Just shuffle out those stars.
Let's say rest of January, and all of February is Throw Stars Month.
Throw stars at our podcast.
Right. That's right.
Just telling you.
It's a simple thing to do.
So, guys, we love you. We're so happy to be back. We hope you enjoy our new format. Let us know. We'll take your feedback. We'll understand if you don't like it. We like to know, because we want to know if we're pissing you off.
Oh my God!
So we don't want to piss anybody off.
Drink, and we hope that everybody will just stay sweet and don't murder.
Because if you kill people, we will talk about you.
We might even write a book about you.
We might. But we really just want to write about the victims.
There you go. All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
This has been Sugar Coated Murder Podcast, a deliciously entertaining true crime podcast. Like what you heard? You can always explore past episodes by visiting sugarcoatedpod.com. Don't forget to like our Facebook fan page and share with friends. Thanks for listening to Sugar Coated Murder Podcast.
Thank you for listening to Believe. You can show support to your host by subscribing to the show and giving us a 5-star rating on your preferred platform. Check us out at Believe.com and search for BLEAV on YouTube.